Yesterday I did a video like this with Raiden, and I decided I wanted to do one with Black Lightning, of course. I think I'm gonna do this every time a DLC character comes out. We'll do a voice line type video with them where we talk about the character design of the character in Injustice 2.
Ever regret the pain you cause?
Justice requires order.
That's what's called an alternative fact.
I don't think anyone would have been under the impression that Black Lightning was on the regime side, but it is nice to get an interaction that firmly states that he's not interested in Superman's regime, and not just because he doesn't like Superman or just because of other extenuating circumstances, but Black Lightning straight up philosophically and morally disagrees with what Superman's doing. This next interaction is of course invoking that Flash bias of mine. Let's take a look at the interactions he has with the Flash. Well, two of them.
You gotta commit to being a hero.
That's ironic coming from you.
Ran right into that one, didn't I?
I feel like for the rest of the Injustice world, both in the comic books and in the video games or any other extending media that comes from this particular world, Barry Allen is always going to have to live down what he did in the regime. People are always going to make fun of him. Poor guy Barry makes one very, very large mistake over the course of 5 years, made up of very, very many small mistakes, but still, it's just kind of a shame that that's the story going forth, that Barry Allen made that massive, massive mistake, and now he's just regular old Barry Allen with this one deep, dark, horrible mistake he made 5 years ago.
Your lightning's a symbol of fear now.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Start by helping clean up the South Side.
There he is, caring about the South Side so much. Obviously, that's where Black Lightning is from. It's nice to get a little bit of a shout out to that. And it also shows again that disrespect that people have for Barry right now. At this point, I wouldn't even be upset if Injustice 3 was literally a Flash redemption story. Next up is an interaction with a younger member of the cast with Blue Beetle.
The Justice League, featuring Blue Beetle.
There's such thing as too much pride, kid.
Don't know. Scarab's pretty boss.
Whilst Blue Beetle does say this to pretty much all the other characters in some other context, the interaction seems to just go perfectly. Like, this could have been scripted between the two very easily.
Ready to help clean up the South Side?
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Enthusiastic and polite. You're going places.
Honestly, after playing Black Lightning so much and listening to so many of his voice lines, I'm very excited about his CW show. I'm so excited to see what they do with that.
You used to be a role model.
I'm here to do what Bruce won't.
Exactly my point, kid.
Well, I don't know why, but I just love it when he calls people kid. Because again, it illustrates so much about his character. He's been through so much that he sees characters like Red Hood, even though Red Hood is kind of objectively a kid, he's very young. But he seems to throw that word around quite a lot. But I think it does go back to him just being so experienced. And when he sees these, young heroes, he wants to guide them in a better way. And you see that here with the Red Hood interaction. This next interaction is one of my more favorite interactions from Black Lightning's, and it comes from Harley Quinn.
Lad.
Gotta teach you how to tell us apart.
Oh, you're about to have a new favorite student.
This is a character that I actually wasn't 100% certain I knew, but after looking him up, I remembered him. This is Lightning Lad. He's definitely not a very popular character. He actually used to be the Livewire character. But yeah, Lightning Lad. Who ever thought that Lightning Lad was going to get mentioned in Injustice 2?
Against the 100, it's all-out war.
Think I haven't planned for this?
We need action, not plans.
Whilst Batman's part of this interaction is fairly monotone, it's just kind of his generic reaction to a lot of things, the interaction still goes together quite nicely. Black Lightning, of course, mentions the 100 Gang, which is another reason I like this voice line. I love it whenever they introduce a new character and they call back to characters connected to that character. And obviously the 100 is like a big deal for Black Lightning. It's nice that they get shouted out, not only in this clip, there's actually a few different interactions he has where he mentions the 100 Gang, but I thought this one in particular just worked very well.
Looks like you've seen a ghost.
I was at your funeral, Ollie.
Point taken.
Whilst being a sad reminder that Oliver is actually dead, at least the version from this Earth, I still think it was a pretty nice interaction, just letting you know that Black Lightning, obviously for most of us we already knew this, Black Lightning and Green Arrow know each other and respect each other. I think it's a nice touch for people who aren't aware of that, because you gotta remember there's a ton of people out there who probably don't even know who Black Lightning is before downloading him, so it's nice that that interaction is there. And finally, my favorite interaction from Black Lightning is actually with Firestorm of all characters.
Here comes 1.21 gigawatts.
This could have serious consequences.
Way to think about your future, kid.
For people who don't know why that is such an awesome interaction, 1.21 gigawatts is obviously a reference to Back to the Future. Obviously, someone at NetherRealm is a big Back to the Future fan, and I certainly appreciated the shout-out / reference. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Let's try to hit 100 likes. Thank you guys so much for all the recent support. We're just about to hit 10,000 subscribers, which is massive. Thank you guys yet again. Look forward to another Pick My Character episode coming out pretty soon. What do you guys think of Black Lightning's voice lines in Injustice 2? Again, I really like them. I think he's a really well-designed character. Currently, I'm actually playing a lot of Raiden instead of Black Lightning, but that's because I've already unlocked a ton of gear, and I want to see what my awesome gear looks like. But I'm sure I'm going to go back to Black Lightning at some point, especially when he finally picks up that CW show. Alright, once again, my name has been Bilbzy, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.
Holy mackerel.